It's December. It's a time for reflection. We're heading towards the end of the year, and I love to reflect if you've never been here before. In this video, I'm going to look back at the purchases I made in December of 2023 and reflect on them now, 1 year later. Do I still have them? Do I like them? That's the deal. I love to reflect. I love to think about my purchasing. This is actually, I think, the first time ever I still have every piece of makeup I bought last December. Or maybe it has happened before. I seemingly do a very good job of making purchases in December, because I think last year when I was reflecting on them, I still had both of the items I bought in December of the year prior. So apparently I just actually knock it out of the park in December every time. Spoiler alert, I still have all of these things, but I will elaborate a little bit more. So the first couple of things that I bought were whenever I was in Las Vegas last year for the Creator and Friends holiday party, which is actually happening this weekend as I'm filming this. I'm not going this year. I went to the Creator and Friends trip earlier this year, and just financially it makes more sense for me to only do one thing if I was given the option, so that's what I chose to do. If you ever are invited or ever wanted to go, if you're a creator, reach out to Creator and Friends party, and I think it's so worth going. I mean, a lot of connections there that have only deepened over time. So very excited to see everyone posting, but I will be sad that I'm not there. I actually kind of miss Las Vegas. Isn't that crazy? But I bought two things when I was in Las Vegas. I was on a little bit of a shopping trip with Lauren May Beauty and Kelly Gooch, and I bought a couple of things. The first thing I actually featured in a video really recently, and I feel like I hadn't used it in a really long time, and here it is being featured in a video again. It's from Westman Atelier. It is their Superloaded tinted highlight in the shade Peau de Rosé, and it's this gorgeous little thing right here. I really want to do a Westman Atelier brand review, but the amount of money that my channel brings in versus how much it would cost to do that, even on sale, is quite ridiculous. And I'm actually fairly certain whenever we were in Las Vegas last year, it's happened, yeah, again this year, the 20% off coupon. And so I bought this and another item with the 20% off coupon. It's funny because whenever we were there, Lauren was not on her Westman Atelier journey, which she's on currently, which I think is so funny. Anyway, I'm so sad I'm not there. I'm like, now I'm like very much bummed myself out just now talking about it. Anyway, I always think I don't like it, and then I use it and it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's stunning. Someone told me they didn't like it, and it rings in my head that I don't like it, but that's not true. I actually quite like it. It's really emollient, but also it has some sparkle to it. But it's like, it's weird because it's like inconsistent sparkle, but it doesn't look bad, because sometimes inconsistent sparkle in a highlighter looks really bad and it gets like caught in things, but that's not what happens with this. It's like very clear. I mean, I think the whole line is pretty clear that Westman Atelier is like for mature skin or for skin that is like, you know, has issues that come with aging. I don't know. It just feels like it's made for that. I feel like Gucci Westman makes it for that. But the beautiful thing about that kind of product is it works also really well on skin that's not aging. It looks really great on that too. I'm like in the in-between phase where I'm like I'm aging and my skin's doing different things. So this kind of stuff is great. The only thing I don't like about this is I like to take my highlight like up over my eye most of the time. I'll like really focus it right here, and then I will take the rest of it and tap it up over. If this gets too close to the edge of my eye and I'm wearing eyeshadow, it normally breaks down the eyeshadow and it gets kind of caught there, but on the rest of my face it doesn't really do that. That's like my only qualm with this, but I still really love the way it looks. Whenever I put it on, it makes my skin look like I've just done my skincare, but it's like enhanced. That's like what it's like. It's really, really great. The compact is gorgeous. It is heavy. It is hard to open. That's my only qualm with it, is I have to put my nail in there to open it. If you have dexterity issues, it's like not the friendliest to that. Their other products are pretty friendly to dexterity. The blushes are, but the compacts are not. The magnet's really strong. It's like a little bit hard to open, but it's a cute little product. And I really want to try more Westman Atelier products. I've tried a couple. I tried the other highlighter. I do prefer this version of their highlighters, and I have Mimi, which I like their blushes. They're really good, but I haven't tried anything else from them. I did think about buying the foundation randomly, and I was like, Tom, what are you doing? Like, you don't need a foundation. But sometimes you get those coupons and you're like, I want to make a mistake. I'm gonna make a mistake. I sound just like Fiona Apple. I'm gonna do a project next year. I know. I'm gonna do a year-long project. We'll talk about that in another video, and hopefully that inspires me to play with this more. And the other product I bought, I very rarely see makeup and think immediately that I have to have it in person. In person, I like swatch things, and normally like swatching it will just like tell me what the product is, who she is, what she's about, what she's gonna do, how she'll perform on my face. We don't have any Valentino displays in Pittsburgh in our Sephora's, and the Nordstrom in Pittsburgh doesn't have Valentino in store, but I think Nordstrom does also sell Valentino. I walked in to Sephora in Vegas, the one in Caesar's Palace, because there's many Sephora's in Las Vegas. The Valentino display was close to the front, and this was sitting there. And this is the Eye to Cheek in the shade 3. This really sung to me in a way I was not expecting. It's like this purple pink blush, and I swatched it and it looked really good on my skin tone. That was what I was taken by. Here's the thing about Valentino products. This must have been freshly opened because I have seen other Valentino displays before and since that looked wretched. There's something about these blushes being exposed to the lights that really makes them fade really quickly. I'm not really sure why it's like that, but this is so flattering on my skin. It looks more purple in the pan. I think on my cheek it reads more like pink, but with like a little bit of purple. Like it kind of swaps, it's more pink and then like looks that way. And anyway, but like it was really love at first sight, and I swatched it and then I went back the next day because I like thought about it. I was like, I don't need to buy this. And when I went back, that was like when I purchased it because it's like, it's so pretty. The second reason I bought it is Valentino packaging. This is like their holiday packaging for last year. It's usually red. I'm not attracted to the color red. It's pretty well documented on my channel. Not only in makeup, I don't like wearing the color red in clothing. Like red is just like not for me. Stop signs are red for a reason. I say it's a stop. Do not use me. But this white packaging I found very enticing. The white and the gold. It's very pretty. It's not like super luxurious packaging. It's plastic. It's very light. Some people like that. For some people that is luxury. The light. I had a brush in there. I don't know if I actually threw it away or if it just fell out at some point and I said, oh well. But I do not have any more. The sticker is still on the mirror. Isn't that funny? I go in phases with this where like I won't use it for a while and then I'll use it and I'll be like, oh my god, this blush is so good. I don't think I would ever wear it as an eyeshadow. It's not strong enough to be an eyeshadow. Like if I was doing a monochromatic look, it would be fine to use as an eyeshadow if I really was doing something more subtle. I love it as a blush. And I just think that if I thought about it as an eyeshadow, that's a really big eyeshadow. That's really big. So it's a blush in my brain. So I use it as a blush. But I like it. I like seeing it in my drawer. No other blush compact I have is like as big as this or shaped like this. And it might be my only gold packaging too. So whenever it's in my drawer, I stack it up like this. So I see that gold, I know what it is. So it's very identifiable in my collection. I don't use it all of the time. A good amount of the embossing is, you know, there's swipes on it. I really like this. Sorry, I wasn't very clear about whether or not I thought this was a good purchase or bad purchase. This was definitely like a, oh, I really want to buy a Westman Atelier product whenever I'm in Las Vegas. And like, that was really what it was. And I do not think I used the Westman Atelier highlighter enough for it to be worth it, especially for it being like a cream product. And I think Westman Atelier is a clean brand. I'm not like 100% sure that they tout that. I'm not really sure. I'm always wary of clean brands and how long they might last in my collection. It being a cream product from a clean brand, I would say not my best purchase, but I'm not that mad about it. Like I've kept it around. It's made it through declutters. There's something in my brain that sparks it. And also wearing it in that pink video that I did for the 5 days of no buys was like really, really great. This I think absolutely was worth it. It was really one of those moments of like, this is really love at first sight. And it was love at first sight. Like I've enjoyed using this ever since. I pulled it out enough times where I feel like not that I got my money's worth yet, but it feels like a product that it has made its presence known in my collection. It's something that I know that I have. It's something that I think of off the top of my head. It's a piece of makeup when I'm thinking about blushes. It's like, I know it's there. I think this one was a good purchase. Next up, this was a doozy. I think it was in my November purchases, or maybe it was my October purchases. I don't remember which video I recently reflected on it with, but in one of these videos in a previous month, not that long ago, I talked about the shade Zebra from Chantecaille. And I liked Zebra enough to buy some of the other shades, and then I bought some of the other shades. And now I own 3 of them. I own Elephant, Rhino, and Pangolin. I'm not encouraging consumerism here. A really good place to get good deals on things is the app Flip. So on Flip, you get products sometimes at a discount, sometimes not, and you review that product on Flip. And it's set up sort of like TikTok, like it's like a scrolling thing. The thing is, sometimes you can get a good deal without ever posting content. I've never posted content over there. But Chantecaille's on there, and Chantecaille is often on sale there. In fact, let's have a moment of honesty. I bought it back up. You heard that right. The deal was actually really too good to pass up, and I had already decided that I wanted to continue using this product when I use it up. So this is the Chantecaille Perfect Blur Finishing Powder. It's in the real packaging. I bought a fresh one, and I did buy it on Flip for $22. I'll link to Flip down below. If there's a referral code, I will post it as a referral code. I'll let you know in the description box if it's a referral code and if I get anything out of you joining from that. And this isn't like an ad. I'm just letting you know because I've gotten some really beautiful luxury makeup from there. Anyway, I was able to buy this replacement for $22. This product retails for 80 something dollars. I can't wait to actually like this is what I've been using. And like, this is the real packaging. And it's funny because I love the way this packaging looks. Anyway, this is not about this, but I'm just letting you know. I bought it back up. I was having a truthful moment. We were talking about Flip. That's where I bought it. So chantecaille is often on sale there. So if you've ever like had a hankering for chantecaille, join Flip. I think there's like a, maybe if my referral code might give you a discount of some sort. Sometimes you can get Pat McGrath on sale. Like you can get like a lot of good stuff there on sale. If you are someone who overspends just because things are on sale, then I highly encourage you to not join Flip and not look, because there are some times where I'm on Flip and not really intending on buying anything, and I'm just looking at stuff that you can get on sale there, and it is really hard to not just like want to buy a million things because you can for low cost. I just want to make it clear, like this is like an option if you happen to be interested in something that is really expensive and you think doesn't ever go on sale, or it's expensive and you're interested in it, it might be on a really good discount that you're willing to spend on Flip. That's a good place to look. If I'm not intending on making a purchase, or if someone doesn't make me aware that there is a good deal on something there, then I actually don't have the app on my phone. I delete it. I will download it to buy the thing if I need to buy the thing or want to buy the thing, or if I'm buying it for my channel. But most of the time the Flip app is not on my phone because it can lead to hyperconsumption, and that's not what my channel is about. But it's also a tool to help people save money in some occasions, and that is why I'm telling you about it. So I just want to make that very clear. Like it's not something that I feel like you need to go do. If you are happy with the way that you shop currently and this is not going to add anything, then don't. It's not a promotion for that, because I have seen apps similar to Flip in different categories. Like, I don't know if everyone has this. This might be a regional thing, but we have this thing called like Shop Bid or Bid Mac or something like Shop Mac. I've never used it, but I've seen many people I know get into it and just start buying things because they can buy things really cheap. Mac.bid, that's what it's called. People will use Mac.bid, buy things really cheap, and then they just have a bunch of stuff, and some of it's not even good. That's a little bit different. Like, this makeup that they're sending you is like real makeup, it's verified makeup. But anyway, I'm just saying, don't let this encourage you to buy crap or things that you're not thinking well out. Make sure you're only utilizing it as a tool to save money if you were already intending on purchasing something. I know how my brain works. I know how some of your brains work because they work similarly to mine. This is not something that you should spend hours on looking, deep diving, scrolling on, because it can really hurt your wallet. I'm gonna get off my pedestal now, but I just wanted to make that very clear as you continue watching the video. Some brands are on there, but like they're not on sale. Surratt is on there, and they also run pretty discounted stuff. Although Surratt's been running a lot of discounts, it makes me I'm like nervous about Surratt. Although Surratt gave some of my creator friends some gifts this year, like they sent out some free stuff to people. Maybe they're not. I have been worried about Surratt because they've been running pretty steep discounts this year, and I'm like, is my favorite foundation about to like no longer exist? I got nervous. One thing about Flip is they might not have all the shades of whatever you're trying to get on a discount, but they had two shades that I was interested in. I think it was these two, Pangolin and Rhino. Rhino was the one I was really after. If you like a lot of the eyeshadows I like, those smoky, grungy eyeshadows with a lot of sparkle, and you want like the elevated version of it, I would go with Rhino because it's the most special one. I think it is the sparkliest one. It has some like multi-dimensional sparkles in there, like sparkles that aren't green, kind of maybe like hollow sparkles in there. It's a very interesting luxury shadow. It's like got a lot of depth to it. It's like very interesting, very beautiful. And then this is Pangolin. I think of the eyeshadows I have, mine is Zebra. This is the one I certainly use the least, but it's like this, it's a real mauve. It's like a smoky purple color. One of you described it as a topper to me. It doesn't give me topper energy. I guess if you do it really sheer, but it also has enough pigment to it that it's something, but it is a more sheer wash versus the other two that I have. This is really pretty, and I think it even reads a little more gray casty on the eyes. Like, do you see how it's like there, but like almost kind of like invisible? Maybe it is a topper. Maybe you were right. Maybe it was Kelly. I think Kelly said that. One of my, not Kelly, but like a subscriber of mine who is named Kelly. I think that she was the one who told me about that. This one's really pretty. I just use it the least. I'm glad I have it. And then they didn't have Elephant, and Elephant is described as a taupe. But I honestly, even though Rhino is green, it's like more taupey in my opinion. This is a little more warm of a taupe, and I'm more into like much more cooler tones. But I said this recently because I just watched Hannah use this shade, and it did look like a gray taupe on her. I feel like these are not far from each other in color. Like, there's some green in here that I feel like my skin picks up on, and all of the gold in here really reads as gold on, there's like gold sparkles in here. It doesn't read as a gold, it reads like this is dusty kind of gold taupe. It's a really interesting color. So it's still a very unique color. I don't think I have like a lot of shades in my collection that I could like really dupe this with. So they're all very unique. It's a very expensive eyeshadow. It's a version of a single shadow in a compact that I really enjoy. They're pretty impactful. They're pretty unique, even though they seem a little bit dime a dozen. I think Zebra's more dime a dozen than any of the three that I just showed you, but it's sparkly. It's like unlike very many other luxury shadows where I feel like Dior's mono shadows don't have this kind of sparkle and kind of intrigue to them. I just really enjoy using these. Packaging's not super luxe, it's pretty, but it's like there's something about it that I really enjoy. Here's the thing. Hear me out. If you were ever interested in these, I know that these were like have a cult following. They've been popular on YouTube for a long time, and a lot of people, I feel like the vibe is influencers keep recommending these to me, and they're so expensive, and I would never buy a $50 whatever eyeshadow. Never pay $50 whatever for it. Check out Flip. Chantecaille runs a couple sales throughout the year where you can get 25% off. They're sold through Nordstrom, Neiman Marcus. Like there's a bunch of places where like they will sometimes get marked down. I think that Derm Store has them. Like there's a bunch of like websites that carry these shadows. They go on sale. So never pay the full price for them. I might, if they released like a limited edition, really beautiful shade, I might do that. But like, I don't recommend that to you. If you were like, if you were like genuinely interested in trying these and you are really excited, I would say just wait for a sale. These are permanent products. You will be able to buy them whenever they're on sale. The only thing is that there are definitely popular colors that aren't in stock very often. And when they are in stock, they sell out pretty fast. And you might have to go to a website that isn't Chantecaille's website to be able to get those. Like Flip didn't have this one. Like it's weird. Some just like Pangolins not often in stock on their website. I'm making you aware of that, but like normally you can find them somewhere, and normally they're on sale somewhere as well. So if you're ever interested in these, that's how I would get them. It was on sale. I really do love them. They are very special to me. I didn't even pay full price for them, and I bought all of them. Chantecaille doesn't send me PR. Although I don't know that that would go well for Chantecaille if they sent me PR, because some of their products have been misses to me. Are these worth it? I mean, Pangolin, maybe not. Pangolin is certainly the thing I wear the least, but I wear the heck out of Rhino and Elephant. Look, these are two shadows that if I'm traveling, I might pick one of them to go on the road with me. Rhino probably in the next couple of weeks is going to get used a lot because it's green, but it's not green, you know. It has a little bit of that Holly Spirit, a little bit of the razzle dazzle, but not too much. It doesn't scream like I'm wearing green. So I'm very into those two shades. So I think that Rhino and Elephant were very much worth it. But I think a really good sign about this particular haul reflection is that all 5 pieces are still in my makeup collection, where that's a very rare thing. But also, it's a thing that I love, because if they're still in my collection, it means that I made a very good choice when I was picking them out. Not the best choice for this one, but it's showing growth and discernment, because I feel like in early versions of this style of video, it's been a lot of like very hit or miss. I'm hoping as I continue to like navigate the beauty space, I guess, that it's more like this. However, next year, I bought a lot more stuff for review specifically, and maybe that's why, because normally by December I'm more buying stuff for myself and not really buying things to review. Maybe that's why December normally feels like a hit, because it's like, okay, let me just buy some makeup. Like if I could just buy some makeup for myself, what would it be? So maybe that's also what's happened here, because I know like next year we'll be talking about some stuff that I know, like, you know, it's not going to ever be perfect, which I don't think we should ever expect perfection from ourselves. But what I want to see is like stuff that I'm buying because I'm interested in it. It's not something I want to review for the channel or whatever. Hopefully that stuff it becomes normal, that it was special enough and good enough to stay in my makeup collection. Anyway, that's going to wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are having a fabulous day, evening, morning, whenever you're watching this. If you haven't yet, if you could click the like button down below, that would really help me. And if you have anything that you bought last year around December, let me know. Do you still have it? How do you feel about it? Was it a good purchase for you? Let me know. I'm on Patreon and I have channel memberships. You can find those linked down below. I do an additional video over there every month, and I'm going to be doing a live stream on December 16th, which is a Monday evening. So if you want to join us for a live stream, you can join us there. But there's no pressure to join my Patreon channel memberships. I'm happy that you are here commenting, liking, and sharing my content. That's the best way to support me or any other content creator on the platform. If you haven't caught the vibe here, what I want to do is help you and myself be more discerning about when we're making a makeup purchase. Can we dupe something in our collection? Is that thing really going to be special? Is that thing going to be better? Do I actually need to buy a better thing, or is the thing I have working for me? That's what I really like to try to figure out. I do occasionally do reviews. I do also receive PR, and I will review that to the best of my ability with as little bias as I can possibly muster up, but there's always bias whenever we're talking about reviews. If you're into that, I would love to have you subscribe. I have a pinned comment. In that pinned comment is a link. You will click that link. It'll take you to Operation Olive Branch. Operation Olive Branch is an organization that is helping people in Gaza receive mutual aid. So if you have the means to support them, please click that link below and support a family in Gaza. And that, my friends, is going to wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to follow your haute, and you'll find me. And I'll see you in a video very soon. Go forth, tits out.